Too much internet.
Welcome back to a new year and a new episode and only two people at the TMI podcast. You think I'm not going to address the fact that there's only two people here?
No, we're not going to address the elephant in the room. No. The elephant's gone now.
The elephant's not here. Yeah, you fat fuck. You're not here anymore. No, imagine. No, we love you, Hector. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, welcome back to another episode of the Too Much Internet podcast, your weekly fix for your strange web addiction. I am Eddin. This is Karina. We're
Karina.
Both blue, pink space. Yeah, is that how we should do it? I'm Eddin.
This is Karina.
Your name's Karina?
I'm Karina.
Where's your name tag?
That's really funny.
You guys don't get that joke. Sorry. Yeah, here we are. 2021. It feels absolutely no different. I overslept today. Yeah, here we go. I don't know.
Here we go.
Are things supposed to change once it's the new year? Like what happened for you? New Year's.
Once the new year started.
Let's say it's 11 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
First of all, 11 o'clock, half of my house was knocked out. They were knocked out. It was like tiring. Obviously, my mom was so nice enough to like cook for us and shit. Mm-hmm. So she was definitely knocked out. But once 11:45 kicked in, everybody started getting up. We didn't have champagne, so everybody like had wine. Like that's how you know we got a little lazier. Oh, okay. Yeah. But once so my sister is supposed to be due this year. I mean this month. Excuse me, not even this year. This month.
This month.
So once that happens, this month. So once that happens, I know the baby's there. Then we're gonna start making things cute again. Because it's just kind of like, okay, the kid's there, and then
the kid's there.
Santa and shit. Oh, gosh, man, I wonder if they're gonna make me dress as Santa. I hope not.
Probably because you're a fat fuck.
Well, I was more thinking I'm not qualified because I'm short, but you know what? That works too. You think that would qualify me stronger if I'm a fatter man than if I'm a shorter man?
I mean, you can still do it, but like
you have a short
Santa for sure.
Nah, I think Santa got to be tall.
You can be an elf. Be like, hey, so Santa sent me.
Yeah, my bad.
Here's your present.
We had a couple of technical difficulties. The app is not working. So
here's your present, bro. Enjoy.
That's crazy. That baby's going to be born when there's apps. Like there was no apps back then. I mean, there was applications for computers, but like an app is just so much different because it's like an app on your phone.
It's so instant.
Yeah. So what did you do for New Year's Eve?
I worked.
New Year's Eve?
I worked New Year's Eve and New Year's Day.
Oh shit. Well, okay. So then, how was the ball drop for you? First of all, I didn't know the ball was gonna drop, but yeah, the ball drop.
The ball drop.
That for you? So how was 11 p.m. 11 p.m. to maybe 12:30 a.m. for you?
So like I forgot what I was doing 11, but exactly at like 11:55, I was like, oh shit, I gotta go shit. So I went quickly. I was like, I have to shit in like 5 minutes, or else I'm gonna go into New Year shitting. And
that's not the worst thing.
Unfortunately, that's what happened. I went to New Year shitting. And I was like, oh
wow. They're like 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Basically.
Did you have milk? Is that what it was?
No, I did actually.
See, damn, and that was a nasty shit, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, real quick. You can look at us at youtube.com/too much internet. That's a joke. You have to search us up. Which, by the way, when you do search up Too Much Internet on YouTube, we are the top one.
We are? Oh,
yeah,
that's
we
good.
Are the top one. It's actually kind of nice.
At least.
Yeah, yeah. At least we got that right. Mm-hmm. Karina's shits smell horrible after some sort of lactose.
Any dairy,
involved.
Just.
Bruh, I remember just like I was like I'm the jokester of the group, so I'm like, Karina, I'm gonna make fun of you by the door. Yeah, and then I'm like, like passed out. It was terrible, and she was like, stop. You knew what was going on.
Why would you do that? You know this.
I didn't know it was that bad. I thought it was just I guess diarrhea makes more sense. Mm-hmm. But I thought it was just pooping. But diarrhea. But that's like this is so bad. Well, we are the same on my podcast. But it's not like, I don't think, you could tell me otherwise if you want to. I don't think it's watery diarrhea. It's like chunky diarrhea.
It's right? Chunky. Yeah. It's definitely chunky. I haven't had watery diarrhea in a while. Yeah.
I feel like chunky diarrhea is like, something fucked up with my stomach. Water diarrhea makes sense. Like, it's kind of common. You get dehydrated, you gotta get some water. But that chunky diarrhea is like, I had something that's gonna fuck up my body.
Which is dairy, which is like
Dairy, yeah, that protein in dairy just fucks you up. But then you can have some lactate, which is like the secret ingredient, but kind of tastes the same, I guess. But I think last year I only had like legitimately a cup of milk, of lactate milk, one time, and I was like, this is disgusting.
What? That shit tastes bomb to me.
Like sweet. It's sweet. It's like,
isn't like regular milk sweet anyways?
I don't know. It is. It's just like cream. How cream tastes like, or how it kind of feels. Sort of. Okay, Hachi knows. So it's like not cream, but it's like creamy. Like it's kind of weird. It's like a creamy water consistency. I don't know. I just don't like it. I 100% like rather have almond milk. Like knowing what, because milk is probably the one thing where I'm like not sensitive about, but I'm like, oh yeah, I'd rather have like my replacement. Yeah, like almond milk. Yeah, like I'd rather have almond milk. Oat milk is fire. Oat milk is like creamy. Tried that. Like if you want cream, but you can't have cream because you're lactose, you just have oat milk.
Oat milk?
Yeah, as long as you're not allergic to oats, That happens. There's banana milk.
There's goat milk.
There's goat milk. I don't know if hold on, I think my computer's looking for Wi-Fi, but I don't want that. Yeah, there's like goat milk. There's goat milk? Yeah, there's goat milk.
There's goat milk.
Makes sense. But outside of milk, we go into our first conversation today. So I'm sure you remember the 20. Wait, actually, did we? Yeah, you did. You did tell us about what we did 2020. Wait, hold on. I'm lying. We're not gonna go to the next topic. So you worked the next day? How was that?
Yeah, I think I was supposed to be there at 1. So mind you, I work very far away from where I live, so I have to leave 2 hours before my shift to get there.
Right.
So I mean, it's not like
2 hours is cutting it though, right?
No. It's like 2 hours, and maybe I get there with like 20 minutes of spare time, 30 minutes, but okay. 2 hours just to make sure because of fucking MTA is a bitch. So I have to make sure I get there on time.
You want to take an Uber?
You gonna pay $40 for my Uber?
You want to drive? Oh, it's $40?
Yeah.
That's not that bad.
That's horrible. That's like a day's work for me.
Oh no, understandably. Don't get it. No. Yes, it's a lot of money still. I'm just comparing. This is sad to say, but I'm comparing the Ubers I've had to take, and I'm like, $40 is not that bad. I've taken some late Ubers, like I've been late to work Ubers that were at like almost $50, a little bit more sometimes.
Nah,
only because I can't dread the idea that I'm so late, even though that Uber, I'm still late in that Uber.
Same. I'm just like I'm late if I'm late.
I can't not. I mean, I can't be. If I'm late in the Uber, fine. I know I tried.
If you're late on the train,
if I'm late on the train, my anxiety kicks in. I'm like,
same. I'm an anxious mess. Yeah. I'm just like, there's nothing I can do though. So might as well just like chillax, take my time, and get there when I get there.
You want to know how shitty of a late person I was for one of the jobs I've had before? I remember that I had my coworkers. My coworkers were the ones that were judging me more than my bosses, because my bosses weren't really there, right? So
I'm trying to figure out which job is this.
You can probably guess it so easily from me just telling you my bosses were never there, ever.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll get it. You'll get it. I feel like all the keywords would be too easy for you to get. So like, yeah. That being said, right? I would go on Facebook and be like, wow, train's late again today.
So your boss and the coworkers can see it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so everyone can see it and be like, oh no, he's late. This train sucks. But then you could only do that, once every long time. So like, I definitely have done it like 2 days back to back, where I'm like, oh shit. No, actually, no, I couldn't have done it 2 days back to back.
You can't do 2 days back to back.
It's because there was always early. So this is probably a better hit. It was always an early thing to go record.
Okay, got it.
And I can't do early shit, bro.
Me either.
I can't do early shit. I'm thankful as a freelancer that like, there's almost like a schedule, and most people have a morning routine that they don't want to do anything before 11 o'clock. Mm-hmm. That works out. So I'm cool with that. But fuck, I don't understand. Once you started working for was like, how
For
are
where?
you? Oh, am I not supposed to say that?
That's fine.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna wave my hand here, so when I'm editing this later, I know I'm gonna bleep. Fuck. No. Once you started working at this place, I was like, dang, like, I hope she's not subjected to early hours because you can't wake up for shit.
I mean, I can wake up by will I be functioning? No, I don't. I won't.
What does that mean in your job place? What's functioning for you? Like how do you know you're having a functioning day? Hey, do you want help with this? Hey, do you want help with this? Hey, do you want help with this?
Basically, I'm just
wow,
like,
nice hamster. And then you're like, like what do you do?
So if I'm not functioning, I'm just like, I just stare at the money. I'm just like, what am I doing again? Oh, right. That's what I'm doing.
That's not good. That's not good at all. That's really bad.
Yeah,
whoa,
I know.
That's actually worst case scenario. Wow.
It takes me like a second. I'm just like, okay, yeah.
Oh, you wanted 13 cents. I can only, oh yeah, because you do a lot. Do you do a lot of cashier?
That's basically all I do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dang, they trust you with money?
I'm like, y'all trust me like this? Wow.
Like, it's not, first of all, it's not like I think Karina's gonna steal something. It's more like sometimes counting is hard, bro.
Even when they like give you, they're like, oh, I'm like, oh, it's like 13.05, and they're like, okay, here's $14. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna give you 95 cents. No, that's fine. I'm like, that's fine. And then they're like, nah, they gave me back the dollar and I gave you 5 cents. I'm just like, what? Don't do that.
I would hate that.
See,
that's why I don't miss working in retail. Yeah, I don't miss working in retail for that. I would have liked to have done more cashier if when I was doing retail, but I was definitely more of a sales associate because I'm friendly. I'm helping everybody. I have a Yelp review for Banana Republic.
Ew, okay? Gross.
In Soho. So you go to Yelp. You click that like on it. And
from
wow,
like
I didn't help
10 years ago.
Yeah, I made this guy spend way more money than he was supposed to, which is the interesting part. But that's kind of what you have to do. Even though I wasn't intentionally trying to do that to him, I was actually just trying to help him. But I went over his budget in a good way. Like, it helped him out. That being said, okay, now we could go move to what I really wanted to talk about. So there was a whole commotion on Twitter, right? Which is every day. There's always a fucking commotion on Twitter about every single little thing. I showed you yesterday, like Brendan Urie was trending.
Blaming for things he didn't do. I'm just like, what is it? Like, y'all got too much time on your hands right now.
Yo, if y'all don't know who Brendan Urie is, he's the lead singer of Panic at the Disco, or he's
the only member.
Right, he's actually Panic at the Disco, right? That's how that works.
He is Panic at the Disco.
Right, so
now.
he is Panic at the Disco. He's Panic at the Disco, and so they were like blaming him for random stuff, but that was just the trend. I mean, it's good for him. It's kind of weird how the internet works because
I wonder how that started.
Someone becomes really relevant. Yeah, someone becomes really relevant for like 30 minutes. Like, really, like, I mean, he's relevant, but I mean, like, really relevant for like 30 minutes. Yeah. And which is like, what? But that's also like a scary thing for Twitter in this case. So Cardi B hopped on to IG Live, right?
Okay.
They were chilling and everything. Then WAP starts playing, Whereas Pussy starts playing, which I'm sure you've all heard it in 2020. I think it was probably like top 3 songs of 2020.
For sure.
Because of how controversial it is, which I don't really think it's controversial, but whatever.
I mean,
so
is she like jamming to it? She like shaking her ass? She's like, you know, living her life. Cardi B.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That being said, her baby Culture was there. Right?
And she just walks in.
And then she walks in and she stops the song and everyone starts judging the crap out of Cardi B because she's like, why don't you let your daughter listen to it? How come we have to let our daughters listen to it? What kind of role model are you? And it's like, these are just like the dumbest questions to me because it's
y'all dumb.
And why I wanted to talk about it is because, like, first of all, it is an interesting song. Yes, it's very aggressive. It's a very aggressive song. Fine. But there's also tons of aggressive songs when it comes to like
by male artists.
By male artists. In all genres. And it's just like, yo, like Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion, who you know what they make music for. Right? You know what they make music for. And that's for adults. Realistically, adults. Don't get it twisted there. She probably does have younger fans, as do most artists have tons of younger fans. Right? But I mean, that doesn't mean that they're making their music for those younger fans. Like if you wanted to think that Cardi B was like Big Time Rush at one point, or One Direction at one point, or Justin Bieber at one point, like yes, I get it. But Cardi B has always been straight up.
She has made it clear that she makes music for like the strip club. That's it.
Yeah, she loves strip. She loves making strip clubs, and she kills it with those. Even though, funny enough, when she used to strip, she actually used to listen to techno. She would put techno on or electronic music while she strips instead of like hip hop or anything like that, which is interesting. It makes me wonder how that kind of intertwined with the music that she makes now. So there was a person who tweeted out, so your daughter can't listen to it, but everybody else's daughter can. Okay. Exactly what I've been saying. You have an agenda to push with what trash ass label you're with. Shout out to Atlantic. You're not a trash ass label. Shout out to Randy. And then she said, y'all need to stop with this already. I'm not Jojo Siwa. I don't know if you know who Jojo Siwa is.
I know Jojo Siwa.
Do you know who that is?
I do know.
I had to Google that shit. Is she popular? Ain't she like a child?
She's literally, no, she's almost an adult now. She's like 17, I think.
Right.
But she dresses like a 12-year-old.
That freaks me the fuck out. So, and that freaks me out because like uncorrelated but correlated at the same time. I mean, are you watching Karate Kid yet? I just got into Karate Kid, like for real. It's really hard for me to get into shows. But
you mean Cobra Kai?
Cobra Kai, yeah, that one. Sorry, Cobra
so
Kid.
I'm on season 3. I started
from the beginning. Dead ass?
I started from the beginning yesterday.
Where do you get this time? Where do you get this time, bro?
It's my day off, bro. It's my day off.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. That is your day off. Yeah. So wait, no, what were you gonna say? So you started season 1 yesterday. Oh,
I started season 1 yesterday. So I was watching like the last episode of the last season with my mom yesterday. And I was like, this is kind of interesting. And I was like, all right, I guess I'll just watch it from the beginning, from season 1, episode 1. A couple hours later, I'm on season 3, episode 3. I'm like,
they're half an hour. The best.
It goes by pretty fast, yeah.
All right, so what do you think about it?
It's pretty interesting. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I know it is good. It's good. It's a good show. If you guys haven't watched Cobra Kai, go check it out. We're not sponsored by it at all. I wish, but I would always see it on YouTube, and I'm like, YouTube made a series. I don't really know about that, but realistically, Sony made it.
YouTube made it.
YouTube bought it and put it on what was YouTube Red at one point, and now it's YouTube Premium. So they use it as their streaming service, like exclusive. But now Netflix has it. Now Netflix owns the right to it.
Got it.
So that being said, one of the characters there, Sam, I think, the girl, LaRusso's daughter.
Yes.
No spoilers. Don't spoil it for me because I haven't even started season 2, which I started season 1 this past weekend, and
that's your fault.
Yeah, damn. But that being said, she's like supposed to be a high school kid, but she's actually 24.
Okay.
It's like the backward. Well, it's not backwards. It's a little backwards. It's the same thing actually, except she's 24 playing a 17-year-old. She's 17 playing a what? She's just as young.
She is just as young. Yeah.
She looks familiar. American dancer, singer, actress, and YouTube personality. She's known for appearing for 2 seasons. Oh, Dance Moms.
She was in Dance Moms, yeah.
Okay, so I've seen those memes before. I've seen her in memes. Okay, cool. So that being said, she says she's not that. I don't make music for kids. I make music for adults. Parents are responsible on what their children listen to or see. I'm a very sexual person, but not around my child, just like every other parent should be. I think, I don't know if, maybe Cardi B does write her own tweets. I'm sure she writes most of her tweets, but sometimes I can understand where, like, you know, PR has to step in and like say the proper thing. But I feel like that was a great tweet.
That proved that
even if she hadn't written it, I would be like, okay, well, that makes sense. And I could believe that she believes that, because as much as she makes sexualized music, I feel like a person who knows how to be very sexual for entertainment, I would like to think should know how to handle that personally.
Like the boundaries between, this is okay and this is not okay.
Yeah. Like the Horrible Decision girls, shout out to them, Weezy and Mandy, have talked about before, like where like they've had fans like get too close or do too much, and they had to kind of set that boundary up on the podcast and let them know, hey, like, you know, don't overdo it. We appreciate y'all so much, but like we want to set like a safe space for everybody, and that has to include us, obviously. And it's not like people didn't think about it, but it's not like they know now. They knew now. It was something that was addressed.
Yeah.
But you know, a lot of people when they see famous people or people who are known and influencers, and they're like, oh well,
you kind of forget that they're people, and then people just like do whatever the fuck they want. Just like that's not the case. You need a personal boundaries too.
Yeah, it's like they live normal lives. She has a child, and just because she lives a different life in sense of the fame and the fortune that she has, no doubt. But she's a normal ass person at the same time. Like, it's funny because people, I've noticed in the last 5 days, I feel like people just want to find another person to blame for their own mistakes or their own issues, or if they have like stress in their own day. And just kind of like, it makes me wonder how you should talk to them. That's why I'm thinking like, I don't know, she wrote this tweet or PR wrote it, or Atlantic PR wrote this tweet, but I feel like a lot of people overlook at shit. I don't know about you.
I'm trying to find like an instance where a child would be forced or accidentally listen to it. And I feel like there's no way. You have to play it from your phone. You have to press a thing to play it from your phone. Yeah. A store wouldn't play it, so there's that. So you can't.
You know what it is that it's like, well, you're not on TikTok.
I'm not. Oh yeah, well, TikTok.
TikTok kind of makes the algorithm for you is the thing, but those songs are not. It's not like you go to the next TikTok and they're like explicit music. Well, maybe because I'm over 18, so that makes more sense. But you know, there's explicit TikTok, so I feel like that's probably easier way. Internet access is easier, so eventually that child is going to be exposed to all that stuff. Everyone's children's going to be exposed to the worst at one point.
I think you can put parental controls on TikTok, right? TikTok?
Oh, then maybe then that's better. I just feel. I guess I would think that internet ways they would find the song.
I feel like at the end of the day, you can, if you really don't want your child listening to that, you'll find a way for them. Yeah.
Yeah. But again, it's always easier for people to blame other people. Is it a problem for a kid to listen to the song her mom made? Like, she made the song. Is it a big deal if she were to listen to it or not? I guess the content is bad. Not bad, but it's just not good for a child.
Yeah, I feel like exposing a child to like any sexual content at a young age, it's just bad. Yeah. Don't do it.
Is there any backlash that she really get? I feel like the backlash for WAP is just the dumbest thing ever.
That's too sexual.
I mean, there's a lot of sexual songs. There's a lot of songs about drugs. There's a lot of songs about murder. There's a lot of songs about everything. It's like sex is like sex, especially with a woman. People get so sensitive about it. It's just like, yo, like it's 2021. It's 2021, yo. Like everybody gotta chill out. OnlyFans is a thing. Porn websites are a thing. A song, you don't have to listen to a song. I like when someone's like, oh, that song's so annoying. It's like, I feel like you might have heard the song so many times for you to want to say that's annoying.
Exactly. You don't have to listen to it, you know.
Is the energy kept for male entertainers? Not necessarily. Of course not. I don't know. What's the last sexual song I've heard from a male entertainer in a while? I haven't. It's been a long time. Personally, I think. Oh no, that's a lie. Throat Baby. Have you ever heard that?
No.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play the song because of copyright reasons. But Throat Baby is a song. Can you guess what a throat baby is?
I can have an idea.
What is a throat baby? By BRS Cash. That's BRS Cash. What is a throat baby?
Throat baby.
Here, I'll give you the lyrics. Ready? Sexy little bitch, sexy little hoe. I like the way you walk. I like the way you talk. Let a young come play in your throat. Deep stroke your throat till I make you choke. Throat babies. I'm trying to give them to you. Throat babies. I'm trying to bust it all you. Sexy little bitch, sexy little hoe. I love the way you walk. I love the way you talk. Let a young come play in your throat. Deep stroke your throat till I make you choke. Throat babies. I'm trying to give them to you. Throat babies. I'm trying to bust all on you. What do you think that means?
Romantic.
What do you think throat babies are?
It's just come in your throat.
Yeah, come in your throat. That's literally it. I feel like come in your throat. Well, no, I mean WAP and come in your throat are kind of a little hand to hand.
They're on the same level.
I guess it's people put Cardi B in this place where it's like, obviously she's famous, but it's also just not her. It's not her job to keep your kids away from this content. Her job is to actually make people want this content, but it's not like she's it's not like she's saying, hey kids, come and show your WAP. Like, that's not her. I know that sounds horrible, but it's the truth. It's the extreme obvious thing that it's like the truth. It's like, that's not her thing. She's talking about doing shit that she wants to do to her man. Like
exactly between adults. So as I've said before, like people shouldn't look to celebrities as role models. They should just like solely as entertainers. So
you don't have one of them, not one celebrity at all that's a role model to you. Because I know it's not Lady Gaga, because we've had this conversation before on the podcast, and which, by the way, you can listen to our past episodes on all streaming platforms and on YouTube. Sorry.
I would say she's like a role model for me. More like an inspiration, not a moral model.
Yeah, see that, and I remember you saying that. I thought that was a great way to really like describe that. An inspiration comparison to a role model. Role model. I mean, I feel like a role model probably should be someone you know pretty well in your life. You look up to them, but for guidance towards your own life, because obviously you and Lady Gaga have totally completely different lives.
Yeah.
By the way, I think Lady Gaga is going to come out with. Did you see that she's coming out with Oreos?
I did. I'm waiting.
Yeah. Oh, it's not out yet?
I mean, some parts, but not New York, so I'm waiting.
Oh, I'm sure you could like order it on Amazon or something.
Oh, let me check.
Yeah. That being said, speaking about spending money on stuff, the Metrocard.
Where the fuck is my stimmy? Oh,
what stimmy? Oh yeah, yo, that's a good point. Yeah, I still haven't gotten mine either.
Mine neither. Like I checked the IRS website, and they're like, you're either not getting it or something's like not good. I'm like, oh.
I still don't think it's been the 4 to 5 days yet. That's why I'm not like worried. And then again, it's also just like, it's hard for me to get stressed out. I mean, everybody needs money, but it's harder for me to get stressed out. I don't want to depend on that. I feel like a lot of people are depending on it, necessarily and unnecessarily is where I'm getting at. Some people are depending on to buy some bullshit, Karina.
I really don't need it, but like, it would be nice to have. Understandable.
And that's the purpose of it. It's not that it has to go to a person who really needs it. It's supposed to go to everybody, except for people who are making like above $75,000. I don't know, like 3 to 4 people who are not getting that. So
definitely not.
Weird flex. But yeah, I still haven't gotten my stimmy. I feel like most of you probably haven't gotten your stimmy. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like most people. I spoke to Fridge yesterday because we were recording his podcast. He didn't get his stimmy. He did not get his stimmy. I like how you're saying stimmy now, but when we were all hanging out, everyone was making fun of me for saying stimmy or the stims or stim flex one. I made that one up. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's up with this stimulus check. I mean, last one it kind of hit on my account. And I was like, oh, y'all got it like that? The US got it like that? It's so weird how we can send out $600 to everybody, which is like over like almost $1 billion. And it makes me wonder. It's weird how money is just kind of a concept at this point, unless you get cash.
Money's fake.
Money's a digit. I remember being in economics in high school, and my teacher was like, liquidation and credit and numbers, and I'm like, cash is going to be a thing in the past. I'm like, what are you talking about, dumbass? I'm gonna go get a chopped cheese with $4 in my pocket, and then next thing I know, I'm here tapping my card to pay for everything.
I see that.
It's kind of just like it's all liquid. It's all like nothing. It's all. I've never imagine you like you don't see that cash. I mean, do you do direct deposit or check? What do you do for your work?
Direct deposit.
Yeah, it's like you never see that money. You just see a number go up.
It's just numbers. Yeah.
You just see a number go up, and you're like, I get to have bubble tea today.
Even if I don't, I still get bubble tea today.
You're like, I'm still gonna have it. Do you choose when you get bubble tea that day? Like, how do you know? Like, I know that. So you had like not a good day recently. You definitely had to have a bubble tea that day.
I had a bubble tea that day because I was like, I need it. Luckily, I had a free bubble tea that day because I went so many times that
that was a good. Yo, that's how you hold. First of all, any of you who do not use your card, like your card, what's it called? Oh, damn it. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to yell at my mother for interrupting me. Oh, watch this. Ready? And you guys are still be here. There you go. Cool. What? They arrested somebody in Washington?
This is like a protest.
What's that, Mom? What's the news? I love when mothers or like just parents just give you random news. They're like, yo, did you see this happen? I'm like, clearly not. You're telling me.
I'm like, yeah, I did.
I guess Trump protesters are getting arrested.
They're in DC.
In DC. Tough
Just
life.
give it up, bro.
Whoops! Wow, you guys are getting arrested now. My bad. Sorry. I mean, not like a lot of.
What happened to Blue Lives Matter?
Yeah, what happened to that? Wow, that's crazy. I feel like that's a little different. I feel like they're gonna be like, well, this is the military. I'm like, well, I mean, I feel like that's still affiliated. Those are law enforcers, and I guess it's a little tough here. I'm sorry. Thousands of black people were also arrested and assaulted. So I mean, what am I gonna do? Anyways, moving on. My stimmy. The important thing, Mom. My stimmy, or getting paid. Oh yeah. People have to stop slacking on those loyalty cards.
They do. So like
loyalty cards are not very COVID safe anymore.
So like where I work, where I'm always asking like, oh, do you want to sign up? They're like, nah, I don't come here enough. I'm like, but eventually when those rare times you do come, you get those points, and eventually you get like savings. So might as well fucking use it. I'm like, nah.
Those times you do come, you save money. Speaking of come.
Please don't show me. Please don't show me. Oh, okay. Let me get Romeo.
Yeah,
what
you
a
guys
potato.
Get to see Romeo for 2021. Romeo, say
potato.
Something.
Wow. An inspiration.
Does your dog do this too? Does he just stand there and do nothing?
Yeah.
Until he's allowed. He looks so high quality though. Look at him. Romeo, look. I have his hair in my mouth. That's right. We replaced Hector with a dog.
And Romeo.
I don't know. How good would that be? It's almost as quiet. I'm sure you can see I have no pants on. Did you see me throw him? I usually throw him on my bed.
Please don't throw him.
Yeah. So in case you want to see me throw Romeo 2 seconds ago, go to youtube.com and you search too much in chat. Yeah, stimmy. But talking about stimmy and spending money, right? Because we're so good at segueing, we're probably Hector. The MTA is trying to phase out the Metrocard by 2023, which I'm not gonna lie to you, yo. It's been a long time for this Metrocard, yo. It's been a long time with this Metrocard. You want to hear how long?
26 years.
Almost 27 years. It's been around as long as we've been born.
We have.
Yeah, we have. Not if we had the third person. As long as we've been born. I'm going to lower my chair. Watch, ready? Oh, never mind. I can't lower it anymore. I'm tall. So, yeah. Since 1994, we've had the Metrocard. And now, in 2023, they want to switch it up.
To the Omni.
Which it makes me wonder everyone has a phone now. So I guess that's fair. But if you guys don't know what Omni is, so all the outside of New York people, whoever you are, Omni is essentially just another way to pay for your ride on their public transit trains or buses, which has been a good idea now. In hindsight, like, it's great. It's a great idea. When it was first starting, I'm like, no one's going to tap their fucking phone for this. This is stupid.
So fucking stupid.
I swear. I was like, this is what you guys are spending your money on? Like, oh, this is dumb. And then, I'm not going to lie to you, if I've used the train throughout this whole thing, it's been with Omni.
Same. Convenient as fuck.
I've tapped in all the time. It's convenient. You just go bop, bop, bloop, and then it goes, ba-da, and then you're like, and then you and then you see somebody hop in. It's just kind of like it's convenient. So that's what Omni is. It's been over 20 years since the Metrocard. I don't know how long it was with the tokens, but that was cool, I guess.
I did a little research because so the token was introduced in 1953.
Holy shit!
Yeah, so the rides were like 15 cents back then. Can we go back to back then? And like, instead of having just like 3 nickels, they were like, oh, you just give us this 1 token so you don't carry around fucking 3 nickels. And they're like, so the token started. So from 1953 to 1994, we've had tokens.
Oh, okay. So that's over 40 years.
40 years, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Dang, so only 26 years later. I mean, I guess it's enough time. We're kind of advancing as a society.
We're advancing super fast. So
now what that means, y'all, is that they're not going to necessarily just cancel out the Metrocard once their full replacement program starts in 2023. It's just more that it's going to be more optimized for Omni Tap In to put your phone and tap in and ride in. Or what is it? What's their slogan? They have a slogan
tap and go.
Is it tap in, go in? There you go. Oh no, go. Fuck, what is it? It is. They have a nice slogan. No, it wasn't that nice, but it was a slogan. I think it's tap in, go in, right? So that makes sense.
A lot.
Well, that being said, first of all, they're going to raise the fare. I'm sure you understand this. They're gonna raise the. I feel like everyone has to get used to, and not used to in the sense that it's like this is okay, but get used to the idea that they're gonna raise the Metrocard or the price of a fare
to like $3.
Oh well, yeah, I'm not surprised by that. First of all, everyone's getting a stimmy. Like this is the thing. It's like places, companies, and stuff are kind of setting up for that. They know people are getting this extra money, right? They know like, oh, like this is extra money we can have. Like Walmart, I saw was preparing and had like on sale
TVs,
like 4K TVs, like big TVs for like $500.
$500 exactly.
And it's like, yo, they got that $600, they could spend it on the TV. And I can only imagine how many people really did it. That's how it's supposed to work, though, because
stimulate the economy.
To stimulate the economy, right? So we both used Omni. I think it's been good enough time. It's never failed on me, knock on wood. Do we ever go back to monthlies? Hector was making a good point when we were talking to him. I don't know if it was in the last episode or we were just chilling with him, or I think we were all just talking. But like, I think for how I'm using my rides now or how I've been riding, yeah, it doesn't make sense to get a monthly.
So right now I'm only working part-time. So, and the times I do go out, it's maybe like once every week or once every 2 weeks. So it makes no sense for me to get a monthly. Once every 2 weeks.
Wow.
Once every 2 weeks.
We have to have a call. We have to have a talk after this. No.
Once every 2 weeks. So it makes no sense for me to have a monthly.
That's fair. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And then like I'll probably be heading downtown to work maybe 3-4 times a week. I mean, now I might have to do it more often, but I still don't think it's worth spending maybe $140 on a monthly.
Like I did the math and it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. Well, you know when it's convenient, if you're riding more than 3 to 4 times in a day,
for sure,
every day, then yes, it's worth it. If you're only riding once, twice, maybe 3 times, it's not worth it. It's not worth it, especially when they're going to raise the price now. It's not worth it. But I think anybody who's riding more than 3 to 4 times in a day should get it. Yeah, it sucks. Not sucks. It sucks that they're going to raise the price because it's only going to get worse, especially because of this virus. Because like, not a lot of people are taking the train. I've taken the train a couple times. Even though in my household we have like just kind of more of a high risk situation, and it's not bad. I feel sometimes a little safer than maybe taking an Uber, because in Uber, like I don't know who's in the car. I don't really know.
It's not the worst thing.
It's not the worst thing. You could separate yourself from everybody else. Also, I've also been taking it not during
peak hours.
Peak hours.
Okay.
So that was a big thing for me. But I don't know if you have you done it during a crowded train?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm just like, this is so fucking disgusting. And I'm just like, I'm so anxious.
Yeah.
Like, this is not it.
Oof. Fuck me. I want to see if this dog is. Oh, come on, open the door. You got this. You're gonna make me get up, and then everyone's gonna see that I don't have any pants on. See, that's a joke because I have camouflage pants on. Hold on.
I saw that.
I was talking to Fridge yesterday about the reality of a Zoom podcast, and those are just realities of the Zoom podcast. It's like, yeah, it's nice we could see each other. For time's sake, it's easier to do this. Like, we could just be like, all right, cool, we're gonna record, and then especially if it's only like 2 people, it's way easier. But it's like, it lets you know that we could evolve with entertainment in that sense. Like, I like another positive note is like you could just have anybody on if you want. Like if I wanted to get, I don't know who particularly, but if I could get anybody to come on, I'd be like, hey, can you just hop into the Zoom for 15 minutes? And they're like, all right, cool. Instead of like, oh, can you come to this place?
Please stay here for an hour, and then you have to go. And it's like,
it's just annoying. And then now you have to go back home. It's like a lot. Last thing, real quick. So you never watched That 70s Show, right?
I watched maybe like half an episode.
How did you not like it?
I was like, nah, I wasn't really interested. I was like, all right.
Are you not like a fan of like? Well, you liked Cobra Kai. Did you like the 80s theme from it?
I love so first of all, I love 80s because
the music,
music just.
Oh, 80s music. Okay.
Yeah.
So like the synth and everything like that.
Yeah, retrowave, like
retrowave. No. I'm gonna teach you a lesson. Those are not the same thing. There's synthwave, there's retrowave. There's retrowave, there's synthwave, there's vaporware. They're all different things.
Vaporware.
Yeah, that's right. They're all different things. Don't you make it the same thing. We'll teach you guys a lesson on that in the future. But yeah, so she was one of the characters, one of the B characters for That 70s Show.
She was like someone's mom, right?
Yeah, she like, so this is the full story. What had happened was this woman, she played this character named Midge on the show. Her name is Tanya Roberts, right? Mm-hmm. So on Sunday, right? Yeah, Tanya Roberts. On Sunday, on Twitter, there was a whole trending hashtag saying rest in peace Midge, because Midge was her character on the show. And everyone was like, oh no, Midge died, everything like that. And even like Tober Grace is the name of the main character, and Ashton Kutcher. They were like, yeah, RIP and everything. Next morning, right? Turns out she isn't dead. It was false. It wasn't true. Her publicist accidentally said that she was dead, and she wasn't. And so everyone was like, oh, okay, cool. That's good. Like, well, that's good to find out that she's not really dead. Then that same day she dies. So it was kind of like she was going to die, but I think I think she was on the peak of dying.
Yeah.
And then
like her publicist thought she died because
she died right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you read the article, but what had happened was that, so he saw her eyes close. Like he saw her eyes closed and open.
The life draining from her eyes, and then she closed her eyes, and he thought she died, and she was like, oh my gosh, she's dead.
And then he like walked out the room.
Yeah.
And then like, so he was like, I gotta go put this on Twitter right now.
Yeah.
And so that's what happened.
Let me not tell a doctor. Just let me put this on Twitter.
Yeah, like they publicized it, and then like everyone thought she straight up was dead. And then next thing you know, she wasn't dead. And then next thing you know, she was dead. So that's a really weird turn of events in terms of like social media wise. Is that a real problem per se? Like, did that really cause an issue? I mean, no one got mad. It didn't seem like anyone on Twitter really give a fuck like about it. It was kind of funny and bizarre, but like, well, not funny that she died.
Issue?
Don't get me twisted.
Yeah. The mistake happened.
The mistake happened. Yeah. In case any of you guys want to take my clip out of context. Yeah, like it's just funny how that happened, because it's just kind of like it was just improperly done.
Like, I would first seek out a medical professional and be like, yo, is she like really, really dead?
Is she really dead? Yeah, because like really, I don't want this to happen again. And that makes me wonder, so like, how would you want your death to be announced? Would you want your death to be announced? Would you want it to be quiet? Would you want it to be like fireworks and then Karina's dead? And like, how would you want your death to be announced?
I don't know. I
don't even know how I want to be like. I don't even know how I want my body to be dealt with after I die.
Do you want to be buried? Do you want to be cremated? What do you want to do?
I probably would. I would want to be cremated, but then put like, I wouldn't mind being cremated and then like put into like a grave or like planted or something like that. I'm cool with that. Like, I still want to have like a what is that shit called? The stone. I still want a thing that says RIP.
A gravestone.
Gravestone. Yeah, there you go. I still want a gravestone, and I want a place where like my remains are. I don't know if I can
visit you.
Body there. Yeah. I don't want my body being eaten by maggots. That's probably the last thing I'd ever want in my life.
I mean, but you're not going to care by them. So like, it doesn't really matter.
I care now. If you want to respect my wishes, and you have to go look at my old contact and find out how Eddin wanted to like be put away. I think Eddin wants to be put away.
He wants to be cremated. Wants a headstone still.
No, I still want a headstone. I wouldn't mind being planted into a tree. That's a thing. They take your remains and they put it into like a tree.
You can put your remains into anything now. First of all,
I wouldn't put my shit in water. You know how they throw it into the sea?
Yeah,
that can't be good.
I mean, at that
I mean, it's very
point,
little bits.
At that point, you're just dirt, right?
Yeah, basically.
So
ash, if anything, catch them.
It doesn't really matter.
So how would you want to be dealt with body wise for your death?
Dealt with body wise?
Yeah. How would you like your remains to be respected? I don't know. Put in. Would you want to just put your body? Would you want your body to be there? You want to be cremated?
I think maybe cremated. I think that's the way to go.
It's just more expensive, I think. Funny enough.
Cremated?
Actually, no. I think it's less expensive. I think actually a casket costs a lot of money.
Caskets are like.
I wouldn't want my I guess my sons or daughters or whatever. I wouldn't want my family to carry my body. Like, that's so sad. Like,
it's such an honorable way to go.
Is it really honorable?
I think so.
Like, you're lifting my body up. You have to take me to my grave. Like, that's so sad.
Like the hell in the music video.
That shit's sad as fuck. That shit is so sad. Except like I wouldn't want people waving umbrellas.
That's how I want to go.
Would you want? So you would want your death to be not your death, but you would want your funeral to be more extravagant.
Yes.
I would want September to play by Earth, Wind & Fire.
September.
It's a happy song, but it's just kind of like the saddest thing I ever had happen in a funeral that I went to was like. It was this kid who died, RIP, from my high school. And his grandpa like started clapping at the end of it when they took his body away. And it was just like to celebrate his life. And I thought that was nice, but it was a very awkward clap. It was very awkward clapping because I don't think a lot of people understood. Us
as Americans, we're not used to like, I guess, celebrating life, more like mourning life loss.
Yeah.
You know?
Like y'all have like a Day of the Dead and then there's a whole movie. Like, go figure. Called Coco. Was that a good name for the movie? I guess because it was Grandma Coco. Yeah, that's fair. Yes, Grandma Coco. But she wasn't really in the movie like that. Nah, you don't do that because anyone who hasn't, don't look at what she just did on YouTube.com and then you go to search into the internet. Don't look because then now everyone's gonna know.
I mean, if you don't know by this point, I don't know what to say to you.
She dies, all right? Grandma Coco dies. If you haven't watched the movie, it's too late. I just spoiled it for you. I'm sorry.
It's a beautiful movie.
But the last note on death and shit, there was a rapper who died named MF Doom, RIP. He was known, but also kind of not known to like really, really public people. But his death was announced on New Year's Eve. The kind of quote unquote twisted part of it is that he actually didn't die that day. He died 2 months before.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, but he was kind of like that in a sense that he liked abnormalities in a sense, and he always wore a mask. He was the rap's villain, like he was a super villain for rap. And he always wore a mask because he didn't want people to know his identity. Even though like you can see his identity, and if you really like search, he used to be in a rap group before. Okay. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about maybe finding like people finding out your death way later than when you died? Would you do that, or would you rather have people know on the spot?
I mean, as long as the people that I know and care about know on the spot, I'm cool with that. Everybody else, you can find out later. I don't care about them. Yeah,
it's like I feel like that's so tough. Imagine keeping a secret like that. You know, it's not really a secret.
I wonder like why it like was publicized 2 months later though. Like
he probably wanted that.
So like, his family was just like, let me not tell people until like 2 months later, or like.
I think he wanted that. I don't think they said exactly what he passed from. I think it was a natural cause, or maybe it was an illness. And I'm sure he had time to know. I would like to think he had time to know, and that's how he did that. But I don't know. Maybe they wanted to keep it quiet. That could be a huge thing because I don't think anyone's entitled to know when someone's dead unless it's family.
And
no one's entitled to that at all. Like when fucking Chadwick Boseman died though, I'm not gonna lie, that was a big like, whoa, what the fuck? Because
we didn't know he was sick. We didn't know he was sick. Yeah,
you know he had cancer. And yeah, he kind of did look sick, but it was crazy the thing. Like people were making fun of him and shit, like for how he was looking.
Looked so skinny. Yeah,
he looked so skinny. And you're like, yo, what's going on? Like, what? And it's understandable though. You don't know this, right? Like you don't know someone's on the verge of dying. You just think, oh, this guy's probably preparing for another role. Like you could have thought of that, but yeah, I mean, and the reason why I wanted to end on death is because like 2020 was a big year, like people dying, tons of people dying. This whole coronavirus situation is still going on. So that being said, make sure you stay safe. Don't fuck around with
mask,
shit
bro.
going on. Yeah, wear your fucking mask. It's not just because it's a new year doesn't mean that shit still can't happen. A lot of people are still dying. Those numbers are still rising. California, fuck you, because y'all are like the most with cases. But I'm also wishing the best for y'all because that's a tough situation. We were there at one point. We'll probably be there again, sadly. Knock on wood. But yeah, this whole virus thing is still OD twisted. But on that note, again, thank you for listening to the Too Much Internet podcast. You guys got to make sure you catch us. I don't know, Karina. What do we do, bro? Let's decide right here, right now, for everybody. What are we doing? Are we gonna put this up on Wednesdays or on Thursdays? Thursdays would be clashing with. It's not really clashing if they don't really matter with your podcast.
Your podcast doesn't really matter, so
so it's like I guess they could have the episode. They could probably listen to us, and then I guess if they want to listen to your podcast, they listen to them on Thursdays.
You don't have to, but think?
Wednesdays or Thursdays.
So this will definitely not be up today, I think. So
I can make it happen.
You can.
I can make it happen. Yeah.
So let's not rush things. Let's not rush things.
So we'll start doing Thursdays. How about that?
We'll do Thursdays. Yeah.
Thursdays we'll have the episode up. And you guys can check it all out, all on audio, on video. Everything will be fully prepped up. That being said, actually, the really last note is happy birthday, Lorena. It's Lorena's birthday today.
Yes, we're queen.
Happy birthday, Lorena. Yay. Blah, blah, blah. Yo, check out her TikTok. She be killing those TikToks, though, for real.
Is she TikTok famous now?
Oddly, no, but she be getting hits. She be getting like 400 or 500 likes and views and shit. I'm not surprised. She's like funny on it and she knows how to really utilize it. So Lorena, in case you listen to this episode, happy birthday. Enjoy your 27th birthday. Yeah, 27th 27. Birthday. Damn, we're gonna be 27 this year.
Shut up, don't say anything.
Hector's gonna be 30. Hector, we still find out a way to make fun of you again. Yeah, he's gonna be 30. That's wild, right? Oof. What? Yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening to Too Much Internet Podcast.
For tuning in.
Follow me at Thank You Eddin. Follow Karina at Karina's Gonna Be Okay. Follow the page at Too Much Internet. We still have the Twitter up, so you can follow us at the Team Life Pod. We'll try to be a lot more active, but Instagram is really our thing. And don't forget to go to on YouTube and search Too Much Internet and then subscribe to us. We're at 60. Are we at 69? On Twitch, I have 69 followers. And I'm like, dang, I want 70 followers. Are we at 69 on Too Much Internet?
On YouTube?
YouTube. Hold on, let me. Oh no, we're at 63. We need to put those up. We need those up. We need those higher. We have stuff coming for you guys this month and next month. So please, help us out. Show us love. We'll show you love too. But thank you again for being here. Bye.
Bye.